Hi, I have a daughter with Assumptions Learning, and she's been here for 2 years. She started when she was 11 years old, and the reason why we will actually sign her up for the lessons here was really because we noticed that she was lagging behind in her studies. All along since young, right, we know that she's slower than her peers or even her siblings. But we just thought that it's just a development. She's slower in terms of her development, milestone, and development. But really, because I think when it comes to P5, where the studies get more rigorous, more harder, we see that she's struggling a lot in terms of trying to understand what the teachers are teaching, and even though she's going for extra tuition, it's not really helping her. So we were searching online for brain training courses, and that's when we found Assumptions Learning. And after the initial consultation with Agnes, we let her go through a development assessment, and from that test we realized that she's actually having some cognitive developmental issues. So she is actually slower than her peers in terms of her working memory, her processing speed. So she's actually missing quite a bit of a milestone. But ever since she started the lessons with Assumptions Learning, we noticed that there's a drastic change in her in terms of her behavior. So when she was younger, she tends to play alone, and she has trouble getting along with her siblings and even our friends' children. So they fight, and then she's always the cause or the root cause of the fights. But ever since she goes through the lessons with Assumptions Learning, we realized that she's able to get along better with her peers or even our friends, kids, and also her siblings. Everyone noticed the difference, and they were saying, "Oh, she's like easier to get along with, and she doesn't pick fight for no reasons." So I think that's a great improvement in terms of the behavior that we see from her. And the other thing is that in terms of learning capability, we see that she is faster in terms of her thinking speed. She has very good handwriting, so her penmanship is like being commended by her teacher for her neatness. But we realize that it's really also part of her developmental issue. Like for her, she has to be very neat and perfect in her work. But as a result of that, right, she's really slow in writing. She most of the time she can't finish her test paper because of the slowness and her need to have neat homework or neat paper. So through the lessons, she's able to think faster. She's able to tackle higher thinking questions as a result of her lessons. So I think we were glad that we found Assumptions Learning and sign her up for the lesson, because I think it helps her greatly in terms of her academic, and also I think most importantly is in terms of the social and behavior skill set that I think she needs more when she grows up and when she goes to work. So I think overall great feedback for Assumption Learnings, and we actually have a younger son that is going going through lessons with Assumption Learning as well. But for him, I think we discovered earlier because of the sign that he displayed, and of course with the elder sister here, naturally we were able to check in with Agnes, and then we were able to discover that he has some developmental milestones challenges as well. So I think that's great to know. So for any parents, if you're unsure whether it's just a normal developmental needs, or is it something that is cognitively inherent within the child itself, I guess it's good to just have a chat with Agnes, find out more. I think it's good to just assure ourselves that even if there's any issue, we are able to discover early and then get it resolved as soon as possible, instead of living in denial or just assuming that everything is fine and they will catch up in their own due time.